started at the beginning with lag. So we're working on just our step touch. And if you notice, Mia is lagging behind. Her step is after mine. And if we were to go this way, so you can kind of see her torso, I move and then she moves. I move and then she moves. And there were a couple things that we talked about related to that. One, in the music, the musicians are lazy. So we want laziness in our dancing. And two, the follow is engaged in her core, and so is the lead, but our arms have a little give, right? So we have this idea of frame, but still have a little give so it's not so rigid. So you're gonna have this delay, and the delay is good because we're improvising on the fly, which means that it helps her feel what's happening before she actually has to move. Okay, then we danced a slow song, and the slow song we were noticing had a little triplet backbeat, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we did the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, stepping on the beat, but trying to step delayed, right? So rather than being like 1 and 1, being 1, 2, 3, slow into it, right? With intention. And then we had the super slow-mo, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And really taking your time, like moving through molasses, okay? Then we did canter timing, because canter has this suspension in it, and a lot of the slow music has the triplets. So we did 1, 3, 1. So it's push off, hang, and then go. 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. Some of the things that can help with that are opening up your rib cage like a sway. So this idea of a sway step, we can add that on top of the canter. So 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. And then occasionally if the music builds, especially the end of a phrase, you can do repeaters. Repeat and repeat and repeat, right? And only that makes sense if the music's wanting you to do it. I think there was maybe, one more thing is maybe occasionally when the music has a little da 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 da, right? Like the drum or the bass or something is giving you that triplet. You might do from last week a little da 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 da, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Or even 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but it would be really tiny, something very small in your body to accent what's happening in the music. Okay, then we switched to songs to be a little more up-tempo, a little sassier, right? But we noticed that we could still use some of the steps. So the idea of the canter, we had done it traveling, right? So the 1, 3, 1. We also did it in place before. 1, 3, 1. 1, 3, 1. If you travel it but change the rhythm, it becomes this step that I often call a scoot step. So it feels like you're pushing off and scooting under your body, okay? And you can use that for different music, not just the slow stuff. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or faster, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And of course you can change the direction. And notice I'm using tilt. It's like this idea of sway, using that in my body to help communicate it to her, okay? Then we talked about musicality. So we had the breaks from last time. So you're moving around, you hear the break, you do something small, maybe you build out of it, and then the most important thing is the step, the 1, the count 1 coming out of the break, which means contrast from what you just did, right? So if we're breaking here, I don't know what we're doing, like here, maybe this is our break step, right? We come out of it with a contrasting step. And often the simplest way to do that is to do 1 big push. And then you're just back to normal grooving, whatever you want to do. The last thing we did is a build at the end of a phrase, and that's building of energy, right? So there are different ways to do it. You can do jackhammer, you can do grandma jog, right? You can do shimmies to add a little bit. You could be in open position. We did that for a little while. You could add a little shimmy there to add energy. But this couples turn adds a lot of energy, and that's a great way to do that. So you hear the music build at the end of a phrase, you do a couples turn, and then quiet it down as soon as the build is over, and that gives you contrast. I think that's it.